The automotive world has been operating in the dark, unaware that the architect behind Matt Armstrong's legendary Bugatti Veyron acquisition has finally stepped into the light. His identity reveals a story so precarious, so delicately balanced on the edge of collapse, that this deal very nearly vanished into nothing before anyone even knew existed. When Matt Armstrong publicly acknowledged Jordan from Skinworks, thanking him for orchestrating the impossible, Jordan's response pulled back the curtain on weeks of clandestine negotiations and relentless coordination that culminated in Matt repairing that Veyron with nothing more than a $5 fuse. Understanding how Matt Armstrong actually secured that Bugatti Veyron requires diving into weeks of covert discussions conducted by someone the automotive community had never encountered, someone who deserves far more recognition than he's received for pulling off what seemed utterly impossible. Breaking down Jordan's identity, his connection to the Veyron, and the multiple near collapses of this fragile deal reveals just how extraordinary this story truly is. After the Veyron video exploded across the internet, showcasing Matt's brilliantly simple gearbox fix, Matt released a message that stunned his audience. In his workshop, surrounded by the gleaming evidence of his success, Matt addressed the camera with genuine gratitude radiating from every word. He spoke about the Bugatti Veyron acquisition, carefully avoiding spoilers for those who hadn't witnessed the repair, then pivoted to acknowledge Jordan at Skinworks with unmistakable sincerity. The original communication about the Veyron's existence had flowed through Jordan's hands. Every preliminary conversation, every initial negotiation, every critical detail passed through Jordan before reaching Matt's awareness. Someone possessing knowledge of this repossessed hypercar had contacted Jordan first, and Jordan had immediately recognized the potential, forwarding the opportunity to Matt with urgency and conviction. Matt revealed that Jordan also happens to be his tattoo artist, which made the connection even more remarkable. As appreciation for Jordan's instrumental role, Matt leveraged his massive platform, encouraging his millions of followers to flood Jordan's social media with engagement, to overwhelm his recent posts with support, to transform his online presence overnight as tangible thanks for making the impossible possible. Matt's voice carried weight when he acknowledged that without Jordan's initial message alerting him to the Veyron's availability, none of this would have materialized. The gratitude was profound and deserved. Jordan's Skinworks exists outside the traditional automotive dealer network entirely. He's a tattoo artist whose needles have marked Matt's skin, yet he became the critical intermediary who transformed a distant possibility into concrete reality. The sequence of events unfolded with remarkable precision. Someone with insider knowledge about a repossessed Veyron reached out to Jordan, recognizing him as a gateway to potential buyers. Jordan's mind immediately conjured Matt Armstrong's name, understanding that Matt had evolved beyond rebuilding crashed supercars into someone capable of handling a Bugatti Veyron acquisition. Every preliminary negotiation moved through Jordan's careful management before Matt even learned the car existed in available condition. Matt then amplified Jordan's business through his platform, driving traffic and attention to Jordan's work as concrete appreciation for facilitating a deal that changed everything. Without Jordan, Matt never receives that crucial first message. Without Jordan managing those delicate initial communications, the opportunity evaporates before Matt can mobilize. Jordan documented his perspective in a response video that illuminated the hidden mechanics operating behind the scenes. Speaking directly to camera, Jordan addressed Matt's acknowledgement with visible emotion. Being able to assist with the deal had filled him with amazement. Discussing a Bugatti Veyron felt impossibly distant from his everyday reality, vehicles he considered astronomically beyond his sphere. After several weeks of constant back-and-forth communication, managing the deal's progression, transmitting information across multiple parties in different locations, the deal's completion left him genuinely stunned. The feeling was indescribable. Jordan expressed a conviction that nobody deserved the success more than Matt, whose work ethic he'd witnessed firsthand. Matt operated nonstop, perpetually racing against insufficient hours, cramming impossible amounts of work into each day. Jordan understood the magnitude immediately. This transcended another crashed supercar restoration project. This was a Bugatti Veyron, one of only 450 ever manufactured, typically commanding 1.5 to 2 million euros in the marketplace. The opportunity seemed fantastical, impossibly remote, yet Jordan pursued it with determination, because he recognized that Matt's capabilities and financial resources had expanded sufficiently to potentially absorb such an acquisition. The timeline Jordan mentioned carries enormous significance. He spent weeks, not days, shepherding this transaction toward completion. This wasn't a spontaneous purchase concluded in a single afternoon. Jordan invested weeks navigating between the repossession company, Matt's interests, and potentially additional parties whose involvement remained necessary for the deal's success. He transmitted information constantly, maintaining communication flow like a central nervous system coordinating distant organs. Condition reports traveled through his hands. Pricing discussions required his mediation. Logistical details about viewing arrangements and transportation logistics, if purchase proceeded, needed his coordination. Jordan functioned as a communications hub, ensuring every party remained synchronized and aligned until the deal finally closed. His genuine respect for Matt's work ethic emerged from proximity and observation. Jordan witnesses Matt's relentless hours, the sacrifices demanded, the grinding persistence that constructed the platform and accumulated the resources, making Veyron ownership conceivable. Jordan's mention of several weeks of negotiation exposes how frequently this deal teetered on the brink of complete collapse. Repossession sales operate with aggressive speed. Companies want these vehicles liquidated rapidly to recover maximum possible funds quickly. If Matt had hesitated or been unable to commit with decisive speed, another buyer would have materialized instantly to claim the prize. The timing created additional complications. Matt was working in Florida on the Chiron project when this opportunity surfaced unexpectedly. He couldn't physically inspect the Veyron in person, couldn't walk around it examining panel gaps and fluid leaks. Initially, he operated entirely on Jordan's transmitted communications and whatever documentation the repossession company provided. The 20-minute inspection Matt mentioned in his video probably represented his only in-person viewing before commitment became necessary. Everything preceding that brief examination consisted of Jordan relaying information remotely, describing conditions he observed or details others reported, painting pictures with words across digital channels. Price negotiations with repossession companies carry inherent trickiness. These companies maintain internal minimums they'll accept, but revealing those numbers undermines their negotiating position. Buyers make offers blindly, probing for the acceptable range without guidance. Lowball excessively, and the company simply advances to the next interested buyer waiting in queue. Jordan had to navigate these treacherous negotiations representing Matt's interests, discovering the price point where the company would release the vehicle without Matt overpaying for a car carrying no mechanical issues. Logistics presented their own labyrinth of complications. The car couldn't drive under its own power. It required professional transport from its storage location to Matt's garage, a service costing thousands of pounds and requiring arrangement before purchase completion. All of that coordination fell on Jordan's shoulders while Matt continued working on the Chiron in Miami, trusting Jordan to manage details across the ocean. Jordan's Skinworks, being Matt Armstrong's tattoo artist, makes his role in this transaction even more fascinating. He doesn't operate a car dealership. He doesn't work in automotive sales professionally. He's a tattoo artist who happens to possess valuable connections and Matt's complete personal trust. That personal relationship explains why the opportunity flowed through Jordan initially. Someone recognized that Jordan maintained connections to individuals who could afford a Bugatti Veyron, even a mechanically compromised example. They contacted Jordan, who immediately identified Matt as the ideal buyer for multiple converging reasons. Matt commanded a YouTube audience measuring in the millions of subscribers. He demonstrated proven ability to rebuild mechanically complex vehicles. He possessed financial resources generated through channel success and sponsorships. He maintained an appetite for ambitious projects that others considered too risky. Jordan became the bridge connecting opportunity with capability. He linked someone selling a Veyron to someone capable of purchasing and rebuilding it, then managed weeks of negotiations, ensuring the deal reached completion. That variety of relationship makes deals like this materialize from impossibility. Mutual trust and genuine willingness to support each other's success creates opportunities that formal business connections never generate. Jordan investing weeks to negotiate proves that Matt's inner circle believes deeply in supporting his ambitious projects. This wasn't a paid professional service. Jordan did this because he wanted to help Matt secure an incredible opportunity that might never appear again. The trust Matt has cultivated extends beyond automotive specialists and mechanical experts. His tattoo artist handling Bugatti negotiations demonstrates that reputation and relationships matter exponentially more than formal business connections. Jordan concluded his response video with an intriguing statement that hints at future developments. Now that everything has been unveiled publicly, he's moving on to the next thing already. What is the next thing? Another automotive opportunity for Matt. Something for Jordan's own business expansion, a collaboration project combining their talents? If he's already advancing to the next thing immediately after the Veyron reveal, that suggests either another opportunity is already developing in motion, or Jordan enjoyed the experience sufficiently to pursue more deals actively. Matt's audience supporting Jordan's business might unlock doors for future collaborations neither anticipated. If Jordan can broker a Bugatti deal successfully, other opportunities will inevitably flow toward him. The automotive community now recognizes that Jordan Skinworks isn't merely Matt's tattoo artist. He's someone capable of facilitating high-value transactions and navigating complex negotiations successfully, someone who gets deals done when others would surrender. The man behind the deal has finally been revealed to the world. Jordan from Skinworks made the impossible possible, and now he's advancing toward the next thing, whatever that turns out to be. Jordan's role in Matt's Bugatti success proves definitively that building genuine relationships and trust creates opportunities that formal business connections never could. Whatever Jordan's working on next might be even bigger than the Veyron deal that embarrassed Bugatti's entire service model when Matt fixed their supposedly complex gearbox issue with a $5 fuse. Matt's final words carried the weight of genuine gratitude. This wouldn't have happened without that original message, without Jordan telling him about the Veyron's availability, without weeks of patient negotiation and coordination. The thanks was heartfelt and absolutely deserved.